Okay, now we're going to show you a different way, or what we're going to add to it to make it right. But first of all, we got an 8.5 pound meat yield off this beaver. Like I said, he started out at 38 pounds. That's guts in and everything. Now, granted, it's a little bit of roadkill, and if you want a little more fat in there, if you used to take it and like when you go to flesh the hide and save all the flesh and there's a little bit of meat on there and there's a good amount of fat on there, it would have bumped your yield up. So you might would have got you might have got 12 pounds out of it. So they're about like any other animal. You roughly get a third meat yield out of them when they're not run over. So, anyways, what we're gonna do now, we know this is 8 pounds. This is a brand new jerky seasoning pack. It's just Legs jerky seasoning. It's simple, nothing complicated. But in and of itself, I don't feel it gives you as much seasoning as you need to put it that way. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna open this pack up, and once again, we know 8.5 pounds is roughly a third of 25. This season's 25 pounds. So you know the tops here, the bottoms here come down a third, pinch it off, and then just pour it in there. Come on, pour, dang it. There we go. So that's the jerky seasoning. But like I said, by itself, we don't feel it adds enough flavor. So now we're fixing to add some of this, just a little bit of Dale's. You don't want to add too dang much, it will mess it up. As far as the measurement, heck if I know, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I think it'll be just about right there. Put that up. Now this is we was always told it was called binder, but it's advertised as tinted, curing salt or whatever. Either way, it just helps make all this junk sticky. It helps hold it together. And when you're making ground jerky, that's what you want. So it ain't gonna take much because this seasoned like 50 pounds for 4 ounces, I think. No, holy crap, this does 100 pounds. 1 ounce per 25 pounds. There's like 8 pounds here, so we're literally just gonna do that, and we're done. It's a dab will do you on this. So anyways, we're gonna lay that right yonder. And this is what we usually call our topical seasoning. Like when we're making regular cut jerky, we usually take this, sprinkle it on top. This is our own little blend. So yeah, we're not selling it, we're not trying to talk you into nothing. This is our little blend. So anyways, since we're all gonna grind it all up anyways, it really don't make a difference. I'm just gonna sprinkle enough in there that I think it's gonna work fine. I'd say that's probably enough. It don't take a lot. Now we're just gonna mix all this together. And we're just gonna smell test it here in a second, see what we think, what it's gonna be like. Old jerky season, I think it's set around a little while, and that's why they're kind of clumping, but that's okay. You just mix it until you can't see any seasoning or anything anymore. Alrighty, as you can tell, we've got it all mixed, and you just take a look at it, you don't see any seasoning anywhere, so you know it's all been fully absorbed into that meat. Besides this one piece right here. We ain't gonna talk about that piece though, okay? That piece did not exist. Okay, so it's been all absorbed. It's good now. So tell me, bud, why don't you give a smell of that and tell me what you think it smells like.
It's like heaven. It's like a smell of heaven. Just imagine what heaven would smell like, and that's what it smells like.
Yeah. So anyway, that's doing pretty good right now. Now, for the next step, we're gonna run it through the grinder up here. Alright, it's definitely through there. Now, we gotta change a few things. Now we're gonna change out the horn. Another master trick, I guess you could say. These get pretty rough to take off sometimes. They get bound down, lug, nut, whatever you want to call this dang thing right here. Sometimes they're pretty rough to take off. So a little butcher trick, you just pop them like you use the leverage from the head itself to take it off with. And these are tough as all get out. They're made of stainless steel. Now with a sharpening steel, you probably would have messed up your little grooves in it, but I've done it with this steel for years, and you can't feel nothing. It's still just as slick as glass, like the day I got it. This stainless steel ain't no joke. So that ain't gonna hurt you steel at all. Trust me, it's still slick as glass. Trust me on that. So I'll take that off, and we're gonna change the horn now. In case you wonder what the horn is, it's that. Take this little bit, put it back in there. There we go, you got it mostly out. Now, we're going to swap to a smaller horn as soon as I find them. So, we chosen to go with this horn right here. That's how big it's going to shoot out the jerky. A lot of people take it and put it in a jerky gun. That's a slow way of doing it, I'm telling you. You got to grind it twice anyhow. So, and as you can tell, I got another business call, so hang on. Okay, we went ahead and swapped out for a fine plate just because we think it's still a little bit coarse. But anyways, then it's fixing to be magic. Hopefully y'all can tell the difference between one run on a core or a medium plate to a second run on a fine plate. So it's a lot more consistent, a lot less bigger nasty chunks, whatever, quote unquote nasty chunks. Alright, so now we got to get the racks ready. Also, you can't use wax paper, it'll melt in your dehydrator, so you don't want that. These help out in a couple of ways. One, our racks are a little bit bigger squares, so they might cause some sag. They may stick to it. This, however, we shouldn't have that issue. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this up on top. I'm gonna use that one to cut a hole in it because the air's got to come up through this hole. And if it's blocking that air off, it ain't gonna do you no good. So we're just gonna cut all that out, just like so. And now they're ready to go. Alrighty. Now the reason we're doing this, a lot of people put them in a jerky gun. That is an extremely slow, aggravating way of doing it. I had personally just much rather do this method. Okay, that's 2 racks done. And obviously we're going to make more, but y'all are getting the idea. Alrighty, and that's a little bit better of a method. We don't do drum jerky very often. We even tell people we do not specialize in this. But anyways, now we're going to throw it on here. We save the best for last, that way we look professional. Don't worry, everybody. Alrighty. So do that, and just set it at the highest temperature and just set it for the most amount of time and just check on it every once in a while. We don't like them. We like it completely dry because we're doing, a lot of times when we're doing this for customers and stuff, you know, the bag may sit around for a month sometimes. People may be out of town, maybe doing this, doing that, you never know. So it's always better to get them just as dry as you possibly can because you don't know when they're going to pick up. And if it's got any moisture in it, it may or may not turn while it's setting up there. So you need to just get it completely dry. Just because that's a safe thing to do for the customer. Make sure you ain't going to get nobody sick or nothing like that. If you're doing it at the house, obviously you just dry it out to your preferred taste or your preferred texture preference. But either way, it obviously ain't plugged up right now. So there you go. You can hear the fan cooking on there, all that good stuff. What do you think about that, baby? Yeah. And if y'all don't think that looks cool, I got one thing to say. Look at it now. How about all that? Look at all that good glowing stuff down in there. Yeah, that's nostalgic, ain't it? So anyways, we'll see y'all when this crap's done. Stay tuned, everybody. Okay, there's the next 2 days, everybody. Took a little longer because it's a little bit bigger of a chunk, but it's still done. We're still here. We're still happy. Let's get on. Woo! It looks like cat crap, but it's okay. It's not going to taste like cat crap. That's the main. And since we put this non-stick stuff, it's just sliding around. Let's just take it on out and get us a look at it. Get some piece of tape off here. That's what it looks like up close. Hopefully that's good contrast. Got a little bit of wiggle to it. It's got a little bit of crunch on the outside. So let's give that a try right quick. Want to try some?
I feel like it's gonna be too salty. My hair looks crazy. I don't like it.
What's wrong with it?
It has no flavor. It's too fatty.
What you talking about? It has no flavor.
It's no flavor. It's too fatty. The beaver's making it too fatty.
That's what makes it good, people. She'll sit there and eat bacon like it's tater chips. Trust me, it ain't.
Bacon has flavor.
Well, this has got flavor too.
I don't think so. Like, it's not bad. It just it needed more. Some moisture in there, some nature seasoning, something.
I forgot. If there ain't enough seasoning in there to burn her mouth, it ain't got no flavor. I forgot that. For the average non-superhuman person,
Superhuman.
it's pretty good junk. I like it. I think it was good.
That's cool. What do you think?
What did you compare it to? I mean, it's already 10 times better than a Slim Jim. Slim Jim sucks.
He's retarded.
Hey, when I get done chewing this, there's not a wad of sinew in there that I can't chew
Guess
up.
what? Because there's not a casing on the outside of it. It's not my fault you weren't smart enough to realize there was a casing.
Slim Jim's still nasty.
They're not.
They're disgusting.
Those are fighting words.
Huh? You okay?
No.
I think I could have told you that, but I was gonna ask anyways like a gentleman. You want another bite?
Slim Jims are the only thing I can bring into this house that don't get eaten before I get to them.
Oh, daggum, yeah, I hate Slim Jims. But anyways, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop all this crap up, put it in Ziploc bags, and that's it. No, you not do that.